With this week's release of the 28 Years Later trailer, the internet has one thought on its mind. What the heck was up with that music? Well, fun fact, it's not music. It's a 109-year-old recording of a 1903 poem, Boots, by Rudyard Kipling, author of The Jungle Book, actually. And yeah, there are some slight musical enhancements, but for the most part, the audio of this trailer is by and large Taylor Holmes passionately reading this poem into a 1915 microphone.
Boot, 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 moving up and down again.
So the poem itself is about the Second Boer War in South Africa, specifically the imagined thoughts of the British soldiers' endless and inescapable march towards horror and death. The odd droning structure of the poem is actually meant to be read in the pace and rhythm the soldiers would march at. Also, fun fact, the US government plays this recording of this poem for hours when training soldiers how to resist torture methods. Apparently, it can be rather traumatizing. And you take all of that and you throw in some classic 28-something later imagery, and yeah, you probably have my favorite trailer of the year. In fact, I think the poem's endless march forward towards inescapable annihilation fits beautifully with the themes and ideas of this pseudo-zombie franchise. The last two movies have both had themes in them about the passage of time and change. Not exactly the change itself, but the effects of the change and what we allow to change us and who we become in the process, what we become, what we allow ourselves to become. And you see that again in the juxtaposition of this trailer when the kids are watching Teletubbies as the world literally ends. Just think about it, kids growing up in a zombie world. Who do they become? What do they become? Then you have on-screen titles painting a picture of days becoming weeks, becoming years, as clever editing results in the poem reciting contextless numbers over and over and over and over. Later on, we get more titles asking, what will humanity become? Then we get images of giant pillars of skulls and bones, showing how some people who live in this world view death, as the poem basically screams about trying to think of something different. And the same line is repeated over and over with just increased desperation. There's no discharge from the war. There is no escaping the descent. There is no hiding from the violence. There is no other way out of it. You either die or you fight and maybe not die. It's bleak. It's maddening. It's cruel. It's war. It's life.
I have marched 6 weeks in hell and certify it is not fire, devil's dark, or anything but boots, 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 boots.